he's so cool looking.
Wow!
Isn't it cool looking?
That is the coolest Tech Rex that I think we've ever had. What? Welcome to the flip side, and welcome to another episode of ARK Survival Evolved. Season. Hey, it's good to have you guys back joining us for another episode of what is objectively the best Let's Play ever of all time. Not just on YouTube, but also on Vimeo.
What?
Nah, I don't know. Vimeo, it's another video sharing website.
Why are you speeching weird
If you ever watched a video on Vimeo,
No.
it's more for professional people. Like YouTube's like the layman's YouTube or video sharing site. Vimeo's like, you know, it's like the LinkedIn. What LinkedIn is to Facebook, Vimeo is to YouTube.
Interesting.
Does that make sense?
Then why are we on YouTube?
Because we're just schmucks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That's it. That's the best
the only
answer I
reason
have.
why? Okay. Sounds good. I'm
Sarah?
fine with that. I see.
There's a thing coming from the sky.
It's gonna abduct you!
I hope so. That would be awesome.
Yeah.
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 Even though I'm pretty sure we're already in space. Why is everything?
You can get an oil jar. And hey, that flask is full.
You're right. I was about to leave the oil jar, but why would I do that when I could throw it at your house?
I'm gonna throw mine at your house, okay?
Do it, okay? I'm not afraid of your oil.
Should be. I'm gonna throw on your unicorn. That's not gonna be a unicorn.
It will be a unicorn in disguise.
It reflects his soul
Do you
color.
think I can change the color of my unicorn
Like paint
using
it?
like the admin commands, or do you
No,
think?
you can't do that.
Or do you think
You
it's?
can't do it.
Why?
It's not allowed.
It's just color changing.
Cheating!
You can change your colors.
No!
You're just saying that because you don't know how to.
Yes! But still no!
I made a video about it. Go watch my
I
tutorial.
don't want to watch your video.
Well, thinking about going and killing the brood mother because, you know, I can. Probably.
Yeah.
I have no idea if I can. But I figure if I just talk confidently, then my creatures will be like, yeah, we can do that. You know what I mean? Hi, Unicorn. Hi, Shadowfax. Hi, Lurts. Hi, Pegomastics. What are you doing today? You actually gonna make progress today, you think?
I don't know.
Do you want to go on another trip together? Just like in life? You adulterous woman.
No.
Listen, guys. Sarah and I were playing Life. Twists and turns. And I'm almost possible...
Possible?
Wow, that wasn't even correct English at all. I'm almost
Rexy.
positive that Sarah's character was trying to have an affair with me. And I had to keep sending her away.
No such thing.
She was following me everywhere. We went to like the Caymans. It's very inappropriate.
I was your only friend, though.
Listen, here's the thing. When you're playing with, so life twists and turns, you get your family. I had 9 children, by the way. I had 9 children and was married, and the game kept forcing Sarah and I to go on vacations, to go into business together. It was wildly inappropriate.
Yeah.
I was like, woman, I am married. Stop taking me on vacations. But then I went because I'm a fool. And yeah, so anyway, that game, surprisingly mature for a game. Well, here's the thing. So, listen up. Hey, you.
Me?
No. The
Oh.
person who's just listening to this video, like in the background. I want them to pay attention because what I have to say is important.
Okay.
It's not really, actually, at all. You can go back to doing your thing.
Rexy, follow me.
What Sarah and I were talking about doing, though, that we thought would be a lot of fun, because we were having a lot of fun playing Life the other night, even though Sarah whooped my butt. In both versions of Life, actually, you won.
Sure.
Yeah, that never happens, but you totally creamed me. We were thinking it would be fun to, at the beginning, because Life, you play through it and like all these things happen. You get these life events. You get married, you get a house, you have this career, all this stuff, right? But there's never any context before all these things that are happening, right? So what we were thinking would be kind of fun is if we kind of identified what, almost like you're role-playing your character in life. So you're basically saying, so this time, this is my person, he's starting out in this game of life at like age whatever, right? And you give him a little bit of backstory, but then you play through the whole game. Throughout the whole game, you're taking little notes on what's going on, you know, what kind of house they had, what life tokens, things like that, the career choice, and as he's, you know, getting promoted and he's got different titles, all these fun things. And then at the end of the game, it's really not about so much who wins or loses the game, because in this instance, we're just playing because once you have all these notes, we then write a little short story about the life that was lived through this game, and then we share the stories with each other at the end.
Yeah.
And I think that would be a lot of fun. Maybe it's just because I love writing.
That's true.
And I'm a creative type person, but I'm thinking this game would basically help you frame out like a short story just with all these events that happen, and it could be really fun.
Yeah.
And just add a little element to it. So anyway, we were thinking about making a video out of it where we play a game of life and then we write like a short story centered around this character that we've just played as.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think that sounds like fun to me.
Yeah, I think that sounds fun.
That's coming from somebody who, you know, my definition of fun is usually different from most people's. But I think anybody who did that with us would have fun because we're just infectious.
It's different from my definition of fun?
I don't know. What do you think is fun?
I think it's fun.
Yes! That's why I married your face. It's because you and I were.
I think you've already been to the supply drop. Did you? Was it a purple one with a orange ring around it?
Nah, it was red.
You sure?
Yeah, pretty sure.
Because it's got the water jar that you didn't take.
Sarah, it was red. Okay. I think I know the difference between red and purple.
It's purple. It just looks red up close.
I don't think that's the case. I swear, the monkeys have heard stories of me. And they're like, this guy wants to write, like, basically do a school assignment when he plays board games. Run for your lives. But yeah, anyway. I don't know why I have had to force people to give me their full attention for that. Cause
I don't know either.
It's really not that important. I built it up to the point where the people who were listening probably got a little surprised, like the person who fell asleep with our videos just binging, just on autoplay, and then I started yelling at them to listen, started talking about life. They're like, that's the final straw. Unsubscribe. You've awoken me from my slumber. Perhaps we should do an entire video, just in case there are people that like put our videos on while they're sleeping. Yeah. We should do an entire video in ASMR, like the whispery thing. Hey guys. Hey everybody. I'm now going under the legs of the Brontosaurus's feet are making this very hard to be pleasant.
I bet.
And now we're back. What a beautiful night by the lake.
So beautiful.
It's so nice. And
now Parasaur.
Now I'm going to be.
I'm eating a Parasaur.
I'm gonna take little steps through the water. Listen closely. So nice. You think we'd be good at that?
I don't know.
I don't think our voices are seductive enough to be doing ASMR stuff.
Yeah, I'm way too obnoxious.
There's this guy who's got like the best voice to do ASMR. He looks and sounds like Thor.
He looks
and he builds Legos. There's like a whole sect of YouTube that is building Legos. Really? In ASMR. And he looks and sounds like Thor. And I'm
How
like,
does that work?
I'm like, you know, I could watch this. I could do it.
No way. Is that what I think it is? I found a T-Rex! Don't
mock, okay? I know what you're doing, and you're mocking me.
I found one though.
And it's not appreciated.
You don't want one?
Is it any good?
Is 180 good for a TEK-Rex?
No, just leave it for me.
No.
And I'll dispose of it.
Is that a good TEK-Rex?
Yeah, that's freaking awesome. That's max.
Really?
I'm pretty sure that's a max level TEK-Rex.
Are you just saying that so I tame?
It's either 180 or 185 is max for a TEK-Rex. By the way, I've just ran all the way to the forest with my Ankylo, and now I'm running back.
Why?
I don't know. I was just I was having a good time having a conversation.
Yeah.
I feel like I can't have like really A+ quality content commentary-wise and play at the same time. Just can't happen. Plus, I'm talking about the game. And honestly, I'm bored.
Why?
Because I'm just waiting for my Rex to grow up.
Well, then do something else while you wait.
Well, it had 10% left. So I was just kind of running, seeing if I could find a little monkey.
Oh.
But I couldn't find it. And
Right.
Gimli moves pretty quick, so I might as well go on an adventure with my and Kylo in case I hit a rock.
Terrifying because it's kind of dark and it's glowing in the dark.
On the bright side, it's becoming daytime.
Yeah, but it's easy to hit him though.
How
'cause
fast
he
do I go in the
glows.
water? All right, no, not too bad. Just gotta stay away from those jellyfish. I wonder.
No, leave Chuck alone!
Oh, is he going after your pterodon?
Yep.
Pteranodon.
Gotta go, Chuck. You hang out over here.
So where are you at?
Not telling you,
Why?
because you'll try to steal my.
Are you over by the
Okay.
green obelisk?
I'm not telling you where I am.
Are you over by the salty plains?
What are salty plains?
It's like the white mountains behind our house.
I have no idea.
Sarah,
What?
are you fibbing?
Am I fibbing?
Sarah, are you being a fibber?
I'm not a fibber.
Are you being a fibber?
I don't fib.
I think you're fibbing.
I don't fib.
Not Pippin from Lord of the Rings. Fool of a toque.
Full of a toque.
He should just throw himself in next time and rid us of his stupidity, you know?
Oh no. Oh no, I'm crouching. I'm crouching!
Do you think there's people who do ASMR Let's Plays?
I don't know. Maybe?
Probably. It's probably the same people who buy the chairs and headphones that you want to buy.
Maybe. But those are awesome. I don't know what you're talking about.
Sarah wants to get a chair, a gaming chair with bunny ears.
It's cute! Nobody else will see it except for me!
And I told her, I'm like, Sarah, you realize what kind of streamers usually have those chairs, right?
Get the dodo. Eat the dodo. Not me, please.
But we're not streamers. Streamers are for birthday parties anyways.
Oh, ow. That hurt. Run.
Sarah, what are you doing?
Nothing.
I'm just gonna leave it on your screen. Cause I'm
Where'd
still
you go?
I'm still running back home. Even though this light coming from the sun is just beautiful.
Where the heck did it go?
Did you lose a Tech Rex?
Oh no, he ran away. That's all. I don't know what gender it is.
It's a robot, so you could probably interchange it.
Maybe.
Presumably.
Even though it actually does have its own gender.
Guess it's locked in there.
It's programming.
And you're not a coder, so it is what it is.
It's running!
Oh, that means I don't have a lot of time to get on my RG and come find you and kill it. Maybe I should just focus on my own life instead of trying to sabotage you.
Yeah. Jerk.
Wow! Why are you so mean to me? Why are you so mean to me?
Wow, this guy.
Everyone.
There it is!
Do you sleep?
It's a girl.
Do you sleep?
Yeah.
What kind of Tech Rex is it?
What do you mean?
What kind of colors?
It looks pretty sick, actually. It's got dark coloring.
What kind of colors?
I'm already taming it.
You are the worst explainer of things, woman.
I think it's blue.
Pretend I'm blind.
I think it's blue and it's got green like lights, but then I think it's got like a gray and blue.
Can you please
metal.
explain what blue and gray and green are?
No.
Remember, I'm blind in
I
this
don't care.
scenario.
Imagine it.
How would you explain color to a blind person?
I don't know.
Better question, how would you explain color to a deaf person? Probably by just
Textures.
pointing to it. Like, it's that.
And then you sign language the letters
Yeah.
that makes it.
You seen that thing where people are like, they try to fool people and they're like, explain this to me as if I were deaf, but they try to fool them into them thinking that they mean blind.
Yeah.
And so then they start speaking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you ever taken one of those tests where like?
Yeah, there's colors inside a color, but it's
No,
all
no,
dots.
no, no, no. Where it's like a list. It's numbered, and it's like the first. Like it's just. It's never mind. I don't know.
What?
Never mind.
What?
Well, like like it's a test. Like I remember in 4th grade, they gave us this test, and like the first thing says read through this, but don't do anything.
Yes, and the last one says
And-
just put your name on it and turn it in.
Right, but you did everything on the list.
Oh yeah, I did everything.
Yeah.
I was the kid who did everything on it, and I was like, I specifically remember this because I read instructions because of this crap now,
Right,
which I guess
have trust issues.
which I
because
guess
it is.
was the point, but it's still lame. I remember taking it, and I always prided myself a little bit because I was a good test taker.
Yeah.
I was a good test taker. I was always one of the smartest in my class.
Mm-hmm.
And these people were getting up and turning in their test in like 5 seconds.
And you were
I'm
like, what the heck?
How?
Yeah.
And then I turned it in, and, you know, I remember my teacher handing it back to me and saying, read the instructions. And I'm like, I did. That's why I'm handing it to you, because it's done. And she's like, no, read the instructions. I was so irritated because she gave no other directions. And I kept trying to hand it in, and she would just hand it back and say, read the instructions. I'm like, I don't understand. Just take the paper. And then when they found that out, I just remember being so annoyed. I'm like, you know what? That's probably when my mantra in school of work smarter, not harder came in, and I never studied ever again.
Wow.
That was the last time I ever took a test seriously. After that, I realized the whole education system is just a
big
scam.
joke.
Like, I'm done with this nonsense. So, yeah, I guess I can trace my immense amount of success and perspective all the way back to that moment.
Pretty awesome.
Even though I don't really have that much success or perspective at times. But we'll all give that credit to Mrs. Bright.
There you go.
Yep,
Do you remember your 4th grade teacher's name?
Mrs. Bright.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure if that was 4th grade or not.
Mrs. Nellis was 3rd grade. Mrs. Freeman was 2nd grade. 1st grade. Oh, man. I don't remember my 1st grade teacher's
There's a lot of
name.
Deinonychuses up here. Do you think there's a nest?
5th grade teacher was Mr. Test.
Isn't he dead?
Mr. Test?
Yeah.
What?
I don't know. I thought you had a teacher that died. Maybe I'm thinking of something.
I had a football
else.
coach who died. He was my health teacher. His he had like a brain aneurysm and he went crazy. Like genuinely, something exploded in his brain. But right before it did explode, he
Yeah.
went nuts.
Oh, yeah?
And the way that he died is he got naked, ran onto the busiest highway in Carson City, got hit by a car, and his brain exploded.
Wow.
Yeah. It was actually pretty tragic. I think that happened, though, a year or two after I was out of high school.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, he was my football coach. One of them. We had 3. We had 4. We had 4 football coaches. The head coach, an offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator, but then we had a couple specialty coaches for the different positions.
Yeah.
And he was the linebacker coach. So I never really interacted with him too much.
Yeah.
But because I played in the secondary, which means nothing to you, I know.
That's okay.
But the interactions I did have with him were never very pleasant.
Oh.
Yeah, we didn't really get along too well. I actually wanted to quit football because of this guy, because he's kind of a
Really?
jerk. Yeah.
Aw.
Maybe his brain was. We'll give him the benefit of the doubt and say his brain was degrading long before it exploded. Bless you. Bless you.
Thank
But
you.
I did know his kids, and it's sad. It is really
Yeah,
sad.
that's sad.
But I have 2 memories of him. One was before we even had pads on, right? One year. This is like my sophomore year, and I was a much different person in high school than I am now.
Oh, yeah?
Like I started becoming who I am now back in high school, but I wasn't nearly as confident or built. I was super skinny. Like had no muscle whatsoever. And yeah, he shoved me one time.
Oh. Really?
Yeah, he just took both hands and shoved me one time
That's
because
horrible.
he was trying to get through to me or something. I don't know. I was really irritated after that. And then
No one ever shoved me again.
my my senior year, right? I had a concussion. I was our starting safety, and I had a concussion, and wasn't able to play. And we were playing our rivals, and the rivalry we had at my high school was pretty intense with this other school. It was with Douglas, which I don't even know if you know who they are.
Yeah.
They're on the other side of Carson, and those games were huge. Like we would have several thousand people show up to our games for those.
Really?
Yeah, from both Douglas and Carson. Like
That's
our
pretty
stands
cool.
would be packed. And yeah, it was my first home game on varsity as a junior, which is pretty cool.
That is cool.
But anyway, so that was the last game of the season, right? And whoever won that game got to go to the playoffs because we both had the same record. We were in the same division. And I didn't end up playing because I had a concussion. It was kind of like a game time decision thing.
Oh, okay.
But anyway, I ended up not playing. And it was really rough because the guy that was filling in on my position did not do very good. And he kept getting torched for like these little passes here, these little dinky passes. But they just went all the way up and down the field on this kid. And so I felt horrible the whole time because we end up losing on a last-second field goal.
Yeah.
And that's how all of our senior season ended, right? And I felt extremely responsible.
Because you had a concussion.
Right, and it's like that's my position, and that's what I was good at.
Yeah.
So anyway, I was already feeling horrible. Like everyone was crying. You know, everybody thinks like high school football players are tough, but they all cry whenever they lose, especially when the season's over, right? And it was an emotional game. It's the rivalry. There's thousands of people there, and we lose by 3 points in the last second and don't get to, go to the playoffs. So our season's just over. And so anyway, I already felt bad. And then he comes up, and I think he was trying to be comforting. I don't know. Maybe he was just trying to be a jerk. But he comes up, and he's like, we would have won if you played. And I was like, thanks. I really needed that right now.
So much for the words of encouragement.
Anyways, that was the last words he ever spoke to me.
Oh, well.
That was it. And then I left high school, and he died.
That's horrible.
It's pretty crazy how fragile life is, though.
Yes.
It's very weird. Yeah. But anyway, I hope that didn't come off as, like, disparaging to him or anything. I mean, nobody knows who this person is at all. Nope. But I don't want to come off as if I'm speaking. Yeah, I'm home.
You want to come
speaking negatively in any way.
You want to see my new TEK Rex?
Yes.
Oh, he's so cool looking.
Wow!
Isn't it cool looking?
Oh, that is the coolest TEK Rex that I think we've ever had.
And you can't breed the regular ones with these ones, right?
What?
Isn't it cool? Really?
That is so cool, Gups. No, you cannot breed them with normal Rexes.
That's lame.
Ah, it bounced back at me.
Wow. That's what you get.
Not very good.
For trying to torch my Rex.
Torchy. Where's my girl? I'm just going to name this one my girl.
My girl. My girl.
Sorry, Tally. Don't be offended.
She's like, I see how it is, Dad.
Yours may be level 180, but this one is level 228.
This is actually, she's actually 275.
Oh!
So.
Crap. If you find another TEK Rex, this may actually be a competition. I wasn't thinking it would be a competition, but now
It's
have taken.
It's on! Donkey Kong!
I don't think somebody's telling Donkey Kong it's on. It's on like Donkey Kong, though.
Oh.
Which I never understood that phraseology.
Because he's always smashing things. I have no idea.
He's a smashy boy.
Smashy.
He goes smash. Good smash.
Do you know where I found him?
What? No. I don't.
There is a place where almost whenever I log into the game and I'm looking for a Rex, I go to the same place. And I usually find a high-level Rex over there.
Is it over by the Green Obelisk?
No.
You're not.
I found it over in the plains where we live.
Oh, very good.
It's like if you were to go down to the beach, it's like the first like plains area you find when you're walking the length of the beach.
Okay.
And then there's like a little path upwards, and I usually find it fighting a Bronto or something over there.
Those Rexes and Brontos have this
It's usually
lifelong feud, don't they?
That's usually where I find a Rex. Just for a word of advice, if you know.
Good to know. I think I'm set on Rexes, though. So.
Not tech Rexes.
Not tech Rexes.
We gotta go! The beavers are coming!
The beavers are coming. I had another coach in high school.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Who,
We're still doing this?
I started seeing at the gym.
Okay.
Yep. And I never went to talk to him because I was like, I didn't like him either.
Why didn't you like him?
Then I had another coach who used to shave his entire body.
Interesting.
He was the hairless wonder, that guy.
That's strange.
Maybe that's why I shave my arms these days.
Maybe.
Because I was like, that guy
knows
knew
what he's
was
doing.
up. Yeah, that's right.
he's
I remember
aware.
the one coach. So the one coach who died,
You're still-
hairiest person you would have ever met.
Interesting. Okay.
Covered. He was the woolly mammoth. That's what we used to call him.
That's horrible.
Well, we would call that him to his face also.
Oh, that's weird.
But when we did, we would get in trouble.
You would get in trouble. I wonder why.
But anyway, him and the hairless wonder would tease each other constantly.
Interesting.
And I remember I was
Okay.
standing on the sideline one time, and the hairy one spoke to the bald one. He wasn't bald, but his body was bald.
Okay.
This is interesting.
This
to
is
no
the
one.
weirdest conversation I think I've
So
ever.
the hairy one asked him. It was like a moment where they weren't even teasing each other. He was just asking. He's like, "So does your wife shave your back for you?" And the hairless one was like, "Yeah." And I remember thinking, that's probably a pretty cool relationship. And now I've married somebody who I know would shave my back
It's true.
if needed to be shaved. Which, you know, as I'm getting older, I'm noticing that there's some hair on my back, and I don't like it. All right?
You
For all of those who need
You
to
okay
go,
over there?
I feel like I'm more just needed to get that off my chest. Not the
Like-
hair. I'd rather the hair stay on my chest and not migrate to my back.
I honestly always hated chest hair growing up. I always like, ew, it's so gross. And then I married you, and I'm like, oh, wow, I like that. But only on you.
I don't have excessive chest hair.
No, but
I have pretty moderate chest hair.
yours is contained to your chest.
I used to shave my chest hair until I
Yeah.
met you, and you're like, stop doing that. I like it, and I'm like,
Well, also, when
All
you
right.
shave your chest, it's prickly.
that's true. So you can't like lay your head on it
Yeah.
on my bosom.
If he, speaking of Deinonychus eggs, I totally forgot to tell you. I picked up a 145.
Exciting.
What level was yours?
150.
Oh.
So you know.
Whatever.
But I'm excited for you,
Be
you know?
quiet.
Good job. You're like the little kid. I'll pat you on the head and send you on your way. Good job. No, 145 is actually really good. Nice. Nice work, Cups.
I've never had a Deinonychus before.
I never even knew that I could
I
do
don't
it.
plan on
Mom.
eating mine.
Now that is a burn. Oh, it's spicy burn.
Spicy.
Speaking of spicy, let's get Carl's
I
beer.
can't. No, we just ate out. I don't want to eat out again.
We had Chili's today, and it was
was
wildly
not
disappointing.
Good.
You know what? We should have stood our ground and said, you know what? This is unacceptable. We will not pay. And then when they're like, you have to pay, we'll be like, all right, here you go. Have you ever not, have you ever been to a place, like a service place, and been like, the service was so terrible, I will not pay for this? Has that ever happened to you?
No, I don't think so. I mean, I've been to places where I'm like, the service here sucks, but I have always paid.
I don't know. I don't think I've ever said that, but there's a part of me that feels like I was with somebody that said that one time.
Really?
Yeah, there's no story there. I don't remember. We should try it sometime and just see what happens.
Okay.
You know what would probably happen?
What?
They'd probably get a manager involved, and then they'd say, okay. And they'd probably just let you leave. I bet you.
All right, I'm about to do something really dangerous.
What are you doing?
I have not tamed one of these before. and
All right.
it's-
Well, this is the end of the episode, so.
Oh, okay. Well,
Maybe
we'll
you
find
should
out
do it
next
another time.
episode if Sarah tamed the RG.
Oh, very good. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you guys had a wonderful day and enjoyed the episode. If you did enjoy the episode, please go ahead and hit that like button. And don't forget to subscribe for more art content every single weekday. And we will see all of you guys on the flip side.